Go walk.
Let the old people go first.
You get behind me, man. I'm starting the show.
Go on in there. Well, they got food, but you just don't get food like that when you're doing your job. Are they too comfortable? Something's not right there to me. When you get food like that.
Break it down for me. Were you a flyer going down, or were you like a R?
Yeah, I was on the right side of the line.
Oh, right side. Okay.
Yeah.
So now
I went fast enough to put all the cornerbacks. He ran all the way out of bounds. They jumped on that joker while he was out of bounds, mugging him on our sideline. Got up, ran out of bounds, got back in, and then the other joker came over and blindsided. And we all seen it, right? Nothing we can do. He come back to the huddle. Who my backup is?
He wants to sell himself.
But we're live right here at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. There are our new sponsors. We'll be doing our show here for the rest of the year. Big shout out to Torzala Brewing.
Refreshing after a win or after a loss?
Look at you. Say it again.
Your mom's telling you one thing.
Welcome to the Elite 36 podcast. I'm LeRoy Butler. This is Gary Ellerson. Gary, where we at?
We're at Potawatomi Sportsbook.
They owe me some money. I think
They never owe you money, Leroy. They just give it to you right away.
I want my $65 back. I just gave them my favorite slot machine.
Yeah, this is what we do our Elite 36 podcast.
I want it.
We've been here for a while now, and shout out, big thank you to Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Casino and hotel depends on what you want to do first. We're doing it right here at the Sportsbook. Before we get started, Leroy, I think Potawatomi right now, they're going to have a Milwaukee to Green Bay shuttle, round trip.
How much it costs?
$100.
Make sure you read that right.
$100 round trip.
That's cheap.
For the draft.
That's cheap.
For the draft. Now you
and they got some rooms left too.
To Green Bay?
Yeah, from 1 o'clock and to 11 p.m. They will pick you up here at Potto, bring you back here. And they have rooms available too. I think the rooms,
they got some rooms.
Not sure how much the rooms are costing right now, but they do have rooms available for you to stay here. So, $100 for a shuttle?
Yeah, just go to their website.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to get all the information. We'll post the website so because people still looking for rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the closer you get to Green Bay, a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
We gotta get that money.
It is. It's gonna be tight.
We gotta get that money from y'all. This may never happen again.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
Who our guest is today? Because you didn't introduce him.
Jake here. Jake from Torzala Brewing.
He did this, huh? It'd have been fun if you said you Jeff, but it's the same thing. But it's okay.
Yeah. I know you had one of the girls here. I don't know which one.
There you go. Now you're good. There you go. And do not mention his father-in-law, okay?
Yeah. Jake here's from Torzala Brewing, of course.
Yep.
I asked Jake, Jake, you been lifting, man?
Yeah, a little bit. Lifted some kegs.
Aren't you married? Why is he asking you how you look, man? What is wrong with you,
What's
man?
wrong with that?
Scoping them out.
Yeah. Jake's in good shape, man.
Yeah,
trying.
Yeah, Jake's in good shape. I'm lifting kegs and cans. I'm lifting all right.
Had some
Why don't you go over there and lift your own Brew 42 then? Why don't you do that?
I got Jake over there.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what I was moving around.
That's when you get all that, lifting all that Brew 42.
Jake looks swole up over there.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, Gary, before we get started, Mad Max, man.
That's just kind of get started, though, ain't it?
Yeah, Vernon Maxwell. If you don't know Vernon Maxwell, shout out to Vernon Maxwell. He's from Buckos, down in Gainesville.
Okay.
Now, Emmett Smith runs Gainesville. That's just a fact. But we'll put that to the side.
I thought the Noah kid ran Janesville.
Who?
Noah.
Noah?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Yannick Noah's son ran Gainesville. Yeah.
I don't know who
Basketball player. Won 2 national championships.
Oh, Joe King Noah.
Joe King?
Yeah.
I thought he ran.
Nah, but he part of it, though. Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, Joe King was.
I thought they told me Joe King ran.
If I was ever in college with him, I would hang out with him.
Joe King?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? And he light skinned? Boy, he gonna bring all the girls, man.
Yeah.
All you got to say, man, take the hair bun out when I say 3, 2, 1. pull that out of them girls. Whoo. And when they come, negotiate. But Vernon Maxwell was the best. There's two basketball players that I've seen personally. One was Truck Robinson nephew. We call him Lemon. The guy didn't miss. He went to Clemson. He went to Raines High School in Jacksonville. He put it. Vernon Maxwell was unstoppable.
Yeah.
He was Mr. Basketball.
Right.
And I saw him on a couple podcasts. He's one of my favorite listens. But the guy, Garrett, was just unstoppable. I mean, we used to drive, that's about an hour from Jacksonville, give or take. We used to drive all the way up there to see Mad Max. So to see him.
Why didn't you go to Florida State?
Well, he's right there in Gainesville.
Oh, okay. So you can't go to you can't go to Florida State from Gainesville.
I was shocked he went in the second round, I think.
Well, they had some stuff going on.
Yeah. And but he had a great career, man.
Legend.
I just want to say, man, I don't like when guys they gone or passed away or do something, we could have said something, give them their flowers, shout out how much we love and respect them. Man, Max was a bad boy, okay? And he ain't back down to nobody. Now, that was a real, he was just smooth too, Gary. He looked, I think he was 6'4", but he played like he didn't care what height was. He's going to take the last shot.
Right.
He had crossover back when people didn't know he had crossover.
Well, Mad Max can do everything, and he can shoot it, though.
God.
He was a walking bucket.
Oh, my goodness. I just wish.
He was a walking bucket.
Y'all got to check him out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you make about this first pick stuff you want to talk about?
Yeah, we will talk about it.
Yeah. What's so?
If
Because you know what I'll do, right?
well, we're gonna let you tell the people on Elite Thursdays podcast.
We got new people.
What you do? If you had,
I was the GM.
If you the GM now,
Yeah.
first pick is it 23?
23.
23.
Tell me what you would do though.
Okay, I'll tell you what I do. You want me to tell you what I do first?
Yeah. What you do?
I'll take a receiver.
Okay, the one we like, or you like that I like too.
The kid from Arizona.
Yes,
Can't pronounce his first name,
Yeah.
but he's not a big dude.
Number 4.
I mean, no, he is a
He's
big dude. About 6'4", 6'5".
He's
But
not a blazer.
his 40 time is pretty slow.
I don't care about that.
But his catch radius is pretty big, and he's put up some pretty good numbers over in Arizona. I mean, that's the guy I'd be looking at. The Packers hadn't taken a receiver in the first round since Javon Walker.
Javon Walker.
Did he go to Florida State?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So.
Well, they took Sterling too, but I think the 88 draft, 88, 89. Shout out to Sterling, new Hall of Famer. So they just don't take receivers because Gary, they've hit in the second round.
Yeah.
You know, the latest one, Jalen Reed.
Yeah.
I mean, so why wouldn't you just wait till the second round?
Right. So the kid, Tidatoria McMillan, I think, is his name. The kid from Arizona.
Yeah. From Hawaii,
to me,
right?
Right. To me, that would be different because they haven't taken one. Yeah. Go ahead and take your receiver. You got Christian Watson who ain't gonna be back till like week 9.
He'll be back before that.
I don't think he ain't.
Well, we already bet $2 on it.
I
Nephew will be back
out.
before then.
I think he's gonna be out, but you still need a receiver.
Whether he's back or not, you need a receiver.
You still. I mean, I like McCole Hartman. I like him, what he brings to the table.
Yeah.
But I still think they need a receiver.
Yes.
I still like all the receivers that they got, but they still need a receiver.
Yes.
So do some. I would do something different with the Packers. They've been taking all these defensive players,
Georgia players,
all these players in the first round.
Yes.
Switch it up.
Okay.
Go get your receiver.
I'm all right with that.
Give me a receiver in the first round at 23. Because I think that guy can play right away and help you.
Yeah. Because he fits what they're going to need.
Yeah.
Because, matter of fact, you were saying catch radius.
Yeah.
Guys seem to be polished. I
Right.
listened to some of his interviews. Mm-hmm. They've had the Ohio State wide receiver in for a visit. What do you think about him?
I think
the Big Ten, huh?
Yeah, but he's a lot like what they got. Now they say he run a 4-4. He could be a slot guy. mean, they can put him outside. I think he can do a lot of different things, but I don't know. It just doesn't. I mean, I did watch him play. I'm looking for something a little bit different than that. I'm looking for something a little bit different. Looking for a bigger receiver because I think they got a lot of receivers. Although Dontavian Wicks is nice size, well, he's about 6'1", 6'2". I mean, so he's nice. But then you get to Jaden Reed, little small, compact guy. I mean, I think they need to try to get. Now, Christian Watson's a big dude too. He's about 6'3". But I still think they need bigger receivers, which I think that'll help them in the run game because they want to run the football a little bit more. So with this McMillan kid, that'll help them out there in the run game as well.
That's all you just doing the only two you want?
Yeah.
Before I go to me?
Yeah.
Mine gonna be a little bit complex. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Jay?
I think so.
This gonna be going against the grain as well.
Okay.
I like when we create words for AI on the show. I'm trading that thing because I want me one of these receivers in a contract already, or I want a young receiver in an expiring contract, bring him over, sign to an extension. Garrett Wilson, they're wasting the guy, man. He's not going. He'll be featured here. Michael Pittman Jr. in Indianapolis, he wasted. And I really think George Pickens, come on, bring him on down here.
No, you need.
This is what I'll do, man. Don't be saying no. Stay out my dream.
You on that. You leave Pickens.
Stop my dream. Stop. Hey, if you Pittsburgh,
let Pittsburgh keep Pickens.
If you Pittsburgh, you'll own the draft.
No.
I think they got 21. You're at 21 and 23. And give me George. And he's my future. And when I get him, I'm gonna sign him to an extension. And now you ready to beat anybody.
So you gonna trade the 23?
They can have it.
To who?
Pittsburgh.
For Pickens.
Yes. Straight up.
You looked at Pickens' background?
I ain't worried about that. Come here and get a reset. Everybody got something in their background. You got something in your background. I heard that, you used to sneak out. Your mom told me you used to sneak out about 1 in the morning, come back 4 in the morning. Where you went? That didn't come out during the draft. So leave these people alone, man. You know he need to change the scenery. He need to leave before
That's
A-Rod
the
gets there.
easiest coach. Okay, fine.
He need to leave before A-Rod get there, man. Pickens need to come out, man, before A-Rod get there, man.
Fine. Okay, fine. Because it ain't going to be pretty. If A-Rod get in Pittsburgh, him Pickens, and DK Metcalf.
Metcalf cool. That's nephew. He good. But they already worked out together.
That don't
so
mean
that's
that.
fine.
That don't mean that.
I'm waiting for that Pickett video to drop. Did him and Aaron work out? That going viral.
Yeah, that going to be viral.
Yeah. I don't care what the coaches tell you. You wrong what I tell you. Bro. Okay?
Pickens from Georgia, man. He ain't going to put up none of that nonsense.
He need to come on, man, if he want to win a Super Bowl.
He look like Mad Max Pickens is. He look volatile.
Hey, man. Garrett Wilson, man, I love that guy.
Garrett Wilson I like. But Garrett Wilson's going to take more than a 23 to get Garrett Wilson.
Well, what else they want?
And so you got to put something together.
Justin Fields is going to be running that thing.
And that's why I think the Jets keep him.
Ball, doing things.
But he's the only receiver they got, isn't he? I think that's why they keep him.
Well, they restructured Alan Lazard. They got other guys. The Jets rebuilding, man.
Okay.
For 2 years, they just seeing how it goes.
Okay.
We're on the cusp.
So you're trading a 23 pick. That's
yes.
what you're doing. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't want Pickens, though.
If he comes, then you're going to be nice to him, though.
Well, yeah, we'll be nice to him, but...
Okay. I'm going to put you in Butler versus
Soon he
Bullet.
tell you about yourself.
That's fine. If he tell me about myself and he's correct, he right.
He tell you about yourself.
If he tell me about myself and he's wrong, we're going to get a little straightening. Straightening. Shout out to the Migos. But we do agree on something.
Yeah.
Receiver.
Yeah. We want a receiver.
So one of us might be right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the daylight that the Eagles have from the league that daylight getting bigger.
Oh, it
I'm
is.
trying to close that
Yeah,
gap.
it is.
I'm trying to close
It is. And I know they lost a lot of players. It don't matter. They got a lot of they got a lot of talent still
They got
left.
the coach, the running back, and the quarterback.
Yeah, they
and
still
them two big tackles.
and the line. And the defense. And your defense coordinator. That's your coach.
Cooper
yeah.
DeJean.
Yeah.
They got a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about them, and I'm thinking about Detroit.
Right.
You got to beat these teams consistently.
We'll see what Detroit gonna do. I think they take a step back with them coaches that they lost.
They still got the quarterback. They got Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson back. They just fine.
I think they take a step back a lot like Philadelphia did when they lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive
Both
coordinator.
of them, they lost both.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what the Lions just did. I think Aaron Glenn was bigger to their defense than most people thought.
Yes, he was.
Plug and play everybody.
That's true. You're right about that.
I think their offensive coach now he's now in Chicago, make all the noise that Matt LaFleur and the white want to call out Matt LaFleur. But he called all the plays.
Yeah.
So I think they take a step back this year.
And possibly.
Because it's an adjustment, I think. We'll see.
Man, that defense still gonna be good. Branch, that kid in the secondary, they still got a lot of great players, man. And then
got a lot of guys that played last year too, because everybody was hurt.
Yes.
And is it Hutchinson? You got him coming back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On top of that.
And this guy was leading the league before he got hurt.
Right.
I mean, with like 10 games left, the guy. But he may, I don't know. Getting back, guys have injuries getting back. That's why, were you shocked that they had Isaiah Simmons in, a linebacker for a visit?
No, because he kind of fits with what they want to do. I mean, he's a guy he's about 6'3", right, 6'4", 235. I mean, he's like a tweener, LeRoy. He can play safety, pass rusher. I mean, right. So, and Heffley liked them kind of guys like that.
Yeah.
So, no, wasn't surprised at all.
I've never done this before. Took a visit.
Yeah.
But I always related to girlfriend and relationships.
Yeah.
Most girls come to my house, they don't leave until, something happening. If you come to my mama's house when my mama gone.
Okay, your mama gone.
Yeah, mom be back at 4 o'clock.
Mario.
If you get over here at 1:30, she'll be out the door by 1:35. So
you gonna put it in the front room, or where you gonna go with it?
I don't even know how we'll make it that far. Hey man, my big sister get off at 2:30.
Big sister.
But when they take visits to these places, I'm shocked that they leave. If you want a guy, man,
real quick,
that's too long.
Right. Yeah, right. Just do it here.
By the time that VCR blanked 12 3 times, it's time to go. It's time to go, man. Honey, please don't leave no hair, nothing. My mom come in here. My mom come here with them black gloves, dog. What y'all been doing in here? You got four little boys in here. Mom, we good. We know better.
This ain't me. That's my
So if guys leave without a deal, to me, it's like, well, we're just kicking the tires.
Pretty much. Yes. Yeah.
Because you would think, I'm surprised that the Giants wouldn't have signed him the way he's free. Because he was like a top pick.
But the Giants haven't been making any sense at all. Well, he was top pick for Arizona.
Arizona, right.
And then they trade him to New York.
Yeah.
But the Giants don't make sense anyway.
Facts.
Now you see they're bringing Shedeur back in for another workout, along with Jackson Dart. They bring him.
Took him to eat.
Yeah, all
That's
this. So
awkward.
they're doing. I don't even know what they're doing over there. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing over there.
If I take in Florida State, take you out to eat, you mine, cuz.
Yeah. Well, you spend some money.
Yeah. Because I'm on Pell Grant.
Yeah.
I'm extreme poverty.
Yeah. LeRoy, now Jake we didn't go, but Jake did this thing last week.
Oh, the Packer tailgate tour?
Packer tailgate tour.
Yes.
They stopped by your place?
Well, my friend Mike from high school, he actually
Wait a minute, wait. This is breaking news. You have friends?
Oh, yeah, actually, I got quite a few, Leroy.
I thought me and Gary was
He gets
your
out the
friends.
tap room and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you serve alcohol. You're right. You got a lot of friends.
My good friend Mike Wass from high school, his foundation was picked by the Tailgate Tour.
Oh, very nice.
And they hosted it over at the Barrett Center. It was an amazing thing. I don't know if I get the name right, but it's the Firefighters Foundation of Wisconsin, I believe. But they work with burn victims, and
very nice.
They had a guy there that had a really great story. I mean, unfortunate, 6 weeks old, burned really bad, really bad. But this guy came up, addressed the crowd. Mm-hmm. He told everybody how he almost was adopted by an Illinois couple, and they were going to go down and stay in this house, and he's like, but he got adopted by somebody in Wisconsin. He said, he's really bad, severely burned. And he goes, my life was almost really bad. I was almost a Bears fan. I was like, this is awesome.
I love that.
But yeah, got to meet Mark Murphy. That was pretty cool. Those guys came in.
Wait. Did you tell Murphy you knew me and Gary?
No, not at all.
Oh my God!
You should have dropped it.
Oh my God!
He didn't.
You should have led with that.
Oh my God!
Should have led with that.
LeRoy, he ain't name drop.
If that was the girls, man,
They didn't name drop.
You do know I know Gary Ellerson, LeRoy Butler.
They didn't even name
I have
drop.
a question.
Jake didn't even.
What's that?
The meeting
You
of
do
them
know-
was a very quick interchange. Hey, Mark,
Okay, yeah,
good to
yeah.
meet you. He kept her moving. That's
Jake,
pretty quick.
then-
So
He didn't read the room.
Jake, who did Mark Murphy say was his best player?
shoot, I don't. Oh, yeah. I did remember this one.
Who did he say his favorite player?
They asked everybody who his favorite player was, and he said OJ. And he goes, well,
OJ.
Well, now OJ San Francisco or Buffalo? That's what I would have said. Buffalo, he was amazing.
yeah.
So Mark Murphy,
Simpson.
they asked Mark Murphy who was his favorite NFL player.
Yeah.
And Mark Murphy said,
He said, well, OJ Simpson, but he had some things happen to him. So.
Rest in peace.
The juice.
Juice was a bad boy in
Juice
Buffalo.
was bad.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Juice was bad. Now.
Yeah,
He
two
was.
things can be true.
Juice at USC was incredible
Yes.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was cold at USC.
Juice at
He
USC?
was cold.
Woo!
Yeah.
You gotta get past all the other stuff with Juice. He said that on the platform though,
Oh, yeah.
in front of everybody.
Everybody.
Did the crowd go hush?
No, they all laughed.
Oh, they did laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They know he's on his way out, so you don't care.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
letting it
Well, yeah,
fly.
and I want a guy to tell me the truth. I don't want you to, I want to hear who's your favorite player. I want to hear that.
Oh,
No, I mean, he was a great football player. I mean, there's a lot of great football players that aren't
Yeah.
great outside of football.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Yeah,
like-
not all.
It may be one guy at USC I might have would have took over him.
Who?
Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
Marcus
Yeah,
Allen.
he's pretty good.
Fight.
Yeah, he
pretty
was.
good.
He-
I just saw Marcus Allen this weekend. This is a true story. He looked the same he looked when he was in USC.
But my favorite USC running back was Charlie White.
Charlie White was cold. He was cold. Yeah.
Charlie White and Marcus Allen in the backfield together. That's how bad USC was stacked back in the day.
Yeah, they were.
Batman was up at the tailgate tour too. He looked pretty good.
Batman.
Lamont Green.
Oh, okay.
He threw me off with that.
Yeah, he did a little bit. A little bit.
lot of
Yeah,
Batman.
shout out to Amon Green.
Yeah, he's on the tour.
He looked good.
Oh, yeah, because he was on the tour, right?
Yeah, he's part of the tour.
Oh, he's always look good.
Yeah,
Amon
you
cut
said it
up.
like he drove up by himself.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, what?
Yeah, he on the tour.
Yeah, Lamont.
Van Ness was with them. That
Lamont
dude's
cut
a
up.
beast.
Who?
Van Ness.
Lucas
Oh, yeah,
Van
yeah,
Ness.
yeah. He built up.
Tucker
They got a
Kraft.
good.
Yeah,
They got
yeah.
a good. Jermichael Finley was there. Right?
Finley wasn't at this one. It was
he wasn't at
Kraft,
that one? Okay.
Van Ness.
I love how they do
Rivian
that.
Fisher?
Marco was
Yeah.
there.
Fisher? Fisher
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, Fish.
Yeah.
Schrader.
Schrader was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm leaving one out. But no, it was a great event. Those
That's
guys are
not
really
good.
awesome. They
I think it's the first time they came this far south. Normally it was up. north.
they went to Madison and they
So
went
I'm so
around.
glad to hear that.
Funny part is we dipped into Calderon Club after to grab some food, and they were
Yeah.
all sitting in there hanging out.
So why didn't you go over to them and say, why didn't you have LeRoy
I
Butler
could've go over there
and
and-
Gary Ellerson on the tour?
Or you should have just called them
Yeah.
out loud on the speaker while you're next to them. Hey, what's
you said,
up?
man, why you got my boys on? Shout out to Torzala.
It's
Follow us
weird.
on
These guys
Facebook.
are right next to me.
Just crowbar there. That's a good transition to talk about Mark Murphy.
We can. Absolutely.
Now, you go first because you like to filibuster. So go ahead.
You know why, Leroy? And it's not even filibustering.
Yeah.
Because I'm in some rooms that you're not in.
That's good. Good. I don't want to be in them rooms.
And
Because Murphy's supposed to went to Northwestern, right?
he was at Northwestern.
That's what he's supposed to stay there. We wasn't
Yeah,
supposed
he
to.
was. No, but it was a.
Yeah, how did it work?
Well, he was at Northwestern, and then they left Northwestern, came to Green Bay.
Because we had that one year, it
Yeah.
was like, was it John Jones or something?
Yeah, somebody. We had a guy in there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, Mark Murphy took a lot of heat when he said, "I'm hiring. That's my hire."
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Gary, 100% right. We was on radio when this happened.
Then the rooms I'm talking about, I mean, you not in.
Yeah. Because you hired
taking
me in
credit.
radio.
And why is he saying that? He shouldn't be saying that. Can John Lynch say that? Nobody say nothing when John Lynch say that. What's the difference?
The GM should pick the head coach. Full phone line.
Yeah.
Something new.
And although we didn't agree with letting McCarthy go, because that was Murphy too.
Yes.
Although we didn't really agree with that, we knew that a change had to be made. It's either going to be McCarthy or Rodgers. So they chose Rodgers.
After the season, I would have did.
Right.
Yeah, the timing was
the timing was
impeccable.
Right. But if you look now, Matt LaFleur, now your head coach, who Mark Murphy handpicked, and if you go to Green Bay and you look in around Lambeau Field right now, that's all Mark Murphy. And his staff, right? Because he's got
of
people.
course, but we're talking about Murphy right
But
now.
right, but if you look in and around Lambeau Field,
yes,
what that is like right now, that's all Mark Murphy.
Facts.
Now, of course, we can't leave out. It starts with Bob Harlan, right? So, we know that because LeRoy and I love Bob Harlan to death.
More than you know.
To death.
Yes.
Because Bob, way back when, had to go get these signatures from everybody too to keep the Packers at.
Hard job.
Right.
Very hard job.
Mark Murphy's very similar.
Yeah.
Had to do all these things too to try to keep the Packers vibrant, keep them afloat.
I like that word.
Right.
Yes.
Keep the coffers full. And you look at where the Packers stand right now, they're the envy. That's why you got the draft. I saw Lil Mike Greenberg. They interviewed Mike Greenberg the other day, and they asked him, well, you know, how do you feel about the draft in Green Bay? I mean, should it be like in New York or should it be Mike Greenberg, you know what his answer was?
What's that?
It's bigger than New York. Green Bay. Not by city, but by what the Green Bay Packers mean to the NFL. He goes, they are the franchise of the NFL. Number one. I'm like, man, I was about floored when he said that. Because that's what most people do think. They think that, you know, why little old Green Bay, blah, blah, blah. It is one of the first founding franchises of the NFL.
That's a fact.
And then that's why we got the draft, but thanks to Mark Murphy and his staff, that they were able to make all that come to fruition. And, you know, I don't have any doubt, is it Ed Policy?
Yes.
Will be taking his spot.
It's amazing.
Different guy, though.
Totally different.
I met Ed and Mark, two different guys, but I still think the baton is being handed off, and it's going to continue to be very successful. But really, thought Mark Murphy's done just an excellent job. Him and his staff, what they've been able to do in Green Bay, and to keep it vibrant for all these years. Keep it successful. Keep the coffers full. And that's really what it's all about.
That was good. I think your girl wrote that for you, but I'm gonna let it go.
That was nice.
I think about legacies. Okay, legacy to anybody like 40 and up, they know what I mean. 39 and down, oh, I got time. You really don't. Your legacy starts from day one. When Murphy came in, Super Bowl 45 was a big deal. That was a big deal.
Yes.
Beating Pittsburgh. And how do you maneuver a few things? Ted Thompson, Gutekunst. How do you maneuver things? How do you deal with the good situations as well as the bad? Leadership is everything. Matter of fact, my mom used to tell me this all the time. To be a good leader, you once had to be a good follower.
Right.
But if you're going to follow, choose the right leaders. So what Murphy and his wife, since they've come here, they've never tried to fill Bob Harlan's shoes.
Right.
They brought their own.
Right.
Because Gary's right, Bob Harlan is the GOAT to me. I mean, if I had money, it would be 2 statues I would put out front somewhere. It would be Lee Rimmel and Bob Harlan. But back to Murphy, how do you maneuver through a pandemic and make this work?
Right.
Nobody had to do that.
And still make money, LeRoy.
Come on, man.
And still make
Come
money.
on.
Because there's nobody in the stadium.
Come on.
So you had to be financially
Yes.
well off to try to handle
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure a lot of franchises lost money, but still, you had to be in the right spot in order to lose a little bit.
But those are owners.
Yes.
This is shareholders
Right.
who made money in the pro shop. You ordered on, everybody ordered online, ordered at pro shop. And then a guy that all the owners respect and the players respect. That you can walk up and have a conversation. Legacy, the Aaron Rodgers thing. Now, how, because you touched on McCarthy, so I won't go back into that. Because I had disagreed with that. And the good thing about Mark, you can disagree with him.
Right, it's okay.
He's okay with it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think he's okay with anybody disagreeing with it because he like to hear what other people's thinking.
Right.
So how do you do the Aaron Rodgers thing? Because he's a complicated fella.
I remember you said that, yeah.
Because you got the vaccine stuff, and guys, you know, Aaron, that's a lot. How do you get this thing going, man? We got to figure it out. Shout out to him for figuring it out. Let's keep moving. Now Aaron wants to leave. No, let's go back. We got an idea. What's that idea? 2020. We want a quarterback. Wait, y'all got a quarterback. Yes, we do, but I want to be good 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We're going to get a quarterback. Any other owner would have probably said, you know what? Don't get the quarterback. Get Aaron some weapons. Say you do that.
That was a big move.
Say you do that.
That was a big move.
I still remember.
Yeah, the Jordan Love.
I remember your
Yes.
response. I was listening to it.
Yeah, that was a big move.
Shocked everybody.
Well, and I do one step even closer to that. This dude here the day before said
On our draft show.
Yeah. No, I remember you called it.
he even gave the name,
Yeah.
not Jordan Love.
What grandma say though sometimes. Sometimes you ask for a blessing, don't even know it.
Should have been at the sports book.
Yeah, this dude here that day,
Could've made some money.
yeah, this dude here the day before, pretty much.
Hey man.
Was you on the board yet then?
No.
Okay, good.
That probably got him on the board. Shout out to Jordan Love. But that took a lot. Because
Yeah,
Murphy said, I'll take the heat if we believe in what we're doing.
right.
Sometimes it ain't up to you when you get a blessing. So let's keep the legacy going. So now Rodgers in the darkness. And we try
Can't
to
get a hold of.
Yeah.
Nobody can get a hold of.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
we sent a delegation out there to talk to
Yeah.
him and ghosted him. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
But when he comes out, like the Groundhog Day, like, yeah, going on, man. Oh, now you go to
His eyes out, stretching.
yeah, you got a different zip code, cuz you going to New York. Yeah, like Brett did. You,
Bags are all
yeah,
packed.
you can,
Yeah.
and you free. You've been liberated.
Liberated.
You free at last. Free at like, oh, we holding you back
Right.
because you mad about Jordan Love, but it
Right.
ain't up to you.
Right.
Got
We
two
don't
awesome
pick the
years.
players,
Huh?
Got 2 awesome years out of him after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
After that pick.
Yeah.
but again, until I own my company, I ain't gonna tell somebody how to run theirs.
Right.
I'll just do my own thing.
Right.
Legacy. And then I heard a rumor. man, I believe they're gonna get the draft. What? Nah. Nah. Wait a minute. Are they going to London? International game in London was big. Because I think we were one of the last teams to go.
Right. We were. We were the last team to go over the water.
Okay, you know what? They're not going to pick the Packers to open up the season in Brazil. They picked it. Fine. And now, that same rumor you've been hearing for a year and a half, you get the draft. I don't even know if if you're a Packer fan, the impact of what's about to happen. They don't just give the draft to any place. This is football immortality. This is history, a bucket list. It's going to get the smallest market is finna get the draft. And a lot of it, and all of it, is at least this segment, goes to Mark Murphy. This is a mic drop.
Oh, for Murphy,
Anybody.
absolutely. And especially this is it. For
Are
him,
you-
this is it. Well, this is the next this is the next best thing to the Super Bowl. We're not gonna get the Super
That's
Bowl.
their two babies.
Yeah.
That's their two babies.
It's right here.
You know how you said you're not supposed to say your favorite child?
Yeah.
This their two favorite kids.
Yeah.
Super Bowl
Yeah. And the draft.
and the draft.
Yeah. Ever since they started moving it around. Yeah.
So for the people that live in and around Green Bay, they probably can't even believe it. There's no way you're gonna get the Super Bowl in the draft.
LeRoy, they're
I've always
not
heard that.
even having school. They call school off
We bigger than
Right.
that.
Thursday and Friday.
They
Kids don't
better.
go to school.
All the teachers gonna be at the NFL experience,
Yeah. With the
running
kids.
40s and
Yeah,
jumping
all that.
play, doing all
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Mark Murphy, for
Yeah,
all
Murphy,
you've done
man.
to
Yeah.
the Green Bay Packers.
Murphy.
And
We
I
appreciate
think,
it, man.
LeRoy, we should effort. Mark should be our first guest.
That'd be nice.
Well, we can't afford it, man. You got.
You on the board, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mario.
Call
Board
me
don't-
out.
Just
the board
shoot
don't
an
get
email real
paid. We'll get paid. We give out
Email
money.
with your title at the bottom.
We give out
Thank you,
money.
Mario. Thank you, Mario.
Yeah, we give-
Shoot, dude, you're on the
we give
bright
out
side.
money.
Yeah,
We
let's
don't
see him
have
at the
no money.
tailgate party, and he's on
Right.
the board with them.
Yeah.
No, man.
Man, come on, bro.
Well,
Little
we
email.
got
He
some
should be our
time.
first guest, though. I think he should be our first guest.
Well,
After the dust settle here. After he,
I just think what he did. I don't think many people
gotta
can
have
go
more.
through that stretch.
no.
And the reason why, because he's 70 years old.
Yeah,
and,
70.
But ever since to wrap it up by Mark, since he got that new hip, though, he been walking pretty quick.
He has
Can
been.
catch hey, Mark.
Yeah.
He don't
Walking
look like
too fast.
70
Yeah.
when I met him.
He walks all the time, miles and miles, just walking.
Yeah, just walk around Lambeau
Just
Field.
walking. No security, just walking.
Yeah.
You can't catch him.
No.
TMZ trying to get him. Oh, we missed him.
Can't get him.
We missed. Is he driving? No, he's walking. So that's great. But,
Lord, we changed up a little bit because we got the
Yeah.
playoffs about to start.
yeah, where you get this question from?
NBA.
You giving me this question because this is what
Yeah, I
I
don't
wanted
know
to
where it
see
came
how
from.
this even got to make the docket.
Rumor has it.
Oh, that means you started when you say that. Whenever somebody say a rumor has it, they started the rumor.
Yeah,
Continue.
rumor has
Continue.
Or he was talking to Leroy.
it that
I'll tell
He was
you.
at the crib right before. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
He's at the house.
the Milwaukee Bucks, this is really about Giannis. If they get knocked out in the first round, Giannis may be looking to move on somewhere else.
Cite your sources.
I can't cite my sources. But you can Google it if you want to.
Word in the street.
Yeah, you can Google it. It's out there. It's got legs. And it's always to a bigger market, right? I want you to say this about that rumor that's out there. At some point, although he's won a championship here, at some point, he's going to want another championship. And right now, because you got Dame Dollar out, and who knows how long he's going to be out, that's not even really an issue. But it is an issue because you don't have him to help you win. At some point, Giannis going to have to look at a bigger landscape other than Milwaukee. I think it's coming. I really do. I think Giannis is, and I know this is where he first had his first ice cream, yogurt, TJ Maxx,
Taco.
Target, Walmart. He never went to any of them places. He went out
Chick-fil-A.
Pick and Save.
Yeah.
All here in Milwaukee. I think eventually, if the Bucks don't do anything to get to a championship, I think his days here in Milwaukee are numbered. They have Indiana. That's going to be their first game they're going to play in the playoffs. I believe it's Saturday. I believe Indiana last year, Marty. Did Indiana knock them out last year to the first round?
Indiana's a good team.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it was.
Indiana a good team.
And then is Indiana one the team that took the basketball away from Giannis?
Oh, yeah.
Halliburton.
He got all,
that was the night.
Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Halliburton
got
cold,
into it.
man. They got a good team.
Indiana's good. A lot of, like you said, the Magic been balling.
Where they come from?
Cleveland,
Magic got a
balling
good
like all
team,
these
man.
teams. Like what?
Detroit.
Yeah.
Those teams, when they were bad, they were.
And now,
drafting
we, the Bucks feel like step back.
Yeah.
Jay, give me the what were the Bucks? Were they 4th or 5th seed? What were they?
When? Last year?
No, now, right now.
Oh.
I think they're
In
the
the playoff.
fifth.
They're 5th seed. So Indiana's a 4th seed.
Well, the play-in over with.
Yeah, I think that was last
Yeah, so
night.
they
with,
in. So
Golden State in there.
how far are you saying they gotta go for him to wanna? Because he's under contract.
They can't get knocked out of the first round. Them contracts don't mean nothing no more. LeRoy.
But he's
you
under-
know that. You know that.
Yeah, but he can't.
These boys don't do nothing.
Yeah, they're number 5. Pacers are number 4.
And who's in front of them?
I'm trying to pull it up here.
Well, I know that. I know, like Cleveland is fire.
Yeah, where Cleveland come from?
What you
All of a
mean?
sudden.
They made a.
sudden.
They
All
called
of a
it
sudden.
down. No, all of a
I
sudden.
mean, Cleveland. Yeah, man,
They got
Cleveland.
Garland, man. You gotta watch more
They fucked
basketball.
Cleveland in
man.
front of. Leroy. Hold on, Leroy.
Cleveland won, yeah.
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 No,
In Orlando.
but like if you like average Joe fan, you kind of just follow it, right? And you would have never thought though that Cleveland was the first place team and Boston was the second place team. No one would have thought that.
Yes, they would have.
No, I don't think so. I think after last year, Boston did Boston win the title last year?
Yes.
After last year, Boston winning
And they
title, you
looking
came
good
back
this
this
year,
year. Cleveland's gonna be in first place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me speak for myself.
Yeah, speak for
I ain't seen
yourself,
Cleveland being in first place.
You need to get
that
off
doesn't
of
mean
Instagram all
that
the
doesn't
time.
mean they're gonna beat that Boston can't beat them. But I never
Yeah.
thought Cleveland would have the best record.
Yeah.
I think
or
it's
even be a threat.
exciting.
You, Murray, did you
That's
think that?
exciting.
No, I wouldn't expect
Cleveland
them to
got
be
a
a threat.
squad, man. When they brought in
Even
Donovan,
Cleveland, no, I didn't expect them to be as good as they are this year.
They're the
Man,
best
they
team in the
brought-
NBA, bro.
they brought
Balling
in
their ass off.
Donovan, man. Well, y'all wasn't. They won 15
I agree
straight.
with you.
No. We're talking at the end of last year.
They was a good team last year.
I understand that, but I don't think most people saw them being in first place. I think if you'd have polled LeRoy, and just you're different because you're smarter than everybody.
You know, ain't nobody.
Yeah, but I think you would have polled everybody coming into the season who would have had the best record in the East. 95% of people would have said Boston.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But I'm saying semantics of 1, 2, 3. They're one of the best teams. I mean, Boston don't need to be number 1 seed.
They don't.
No, they just want to
That's
get
not
in
the
and
be
point.
good, yeah.
That's not the point.
Beat you.
The point is,
So if
it's
they was number
Cleveland.
2, you'd be okay with it. See, you expecting Cleveland to be last?
No, not last.
No.
Not last,
Where you want them to be?
but not first.
Not say top 3.
Maybe top 3.
I would say
Maybe-
top 3.
What they
Maybe
record is
top
supposed to
3.
be?
Would they be ahead of the Bucks?
Yeah.
See, you probably thought they would
Yeah.
not have been ahead of Bucks
Right.
Yeah.
if they had
With
Dame.
healthy Dame and yeah.
With Dame, they
But
still
we
better.
built like we should be.
Right.
Yes.
We built like we should
They
be.
got a lot
Yeah.
better momentum this
Yeah.
year going
Cleveland
doubt
got a
about
squad,
it.
man. They
No
play
doubt.
defense
No doubt.
and they shoot.
But if you were looking at the
Had
East, though,
you-
had you looking
I
at
like
the
that.
East,
Had you?
it'd been Boston, Indiana, Bucks for sure, top 3
No.
for sure.
You got to read the rule, man.
Yeah.
You got Cavaliers,
Where do you watch them?
Celtics.
But then again, the
Knicks,
Heat,
like
the
Pacers.
Heat disintegrated.
Deep way down.
Pacers
there.
4, Knicks 3, and then
Knicks 3.
Bucks
No,
5.
Knicks are what?
Knicks are 3.
Knicks are 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pacers are 4.
This gonna be one of the
Bucks
best.
But Knicks
five.
made the big trade though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cleveland got Donovan, man. When they got Donovan from Utah, I think,
Yeah, shooter.
man, it changed. And Garland,
So with that being said,
think
LeRoy, with all
Lee.
that you're saying, What does the Bucks fit then with Giannis?
Well, Giannis ain't going nowhere. Giannis care about legacy. He ain't no chaser. Remember, he said he don't like to even go in the banana boat with all those guys. He don't work out with all them guys. He ain't moving to the tune like those guys. He ain't trying to do that. He gonna stay here and build. He's a worker. If it's tore down, build it back up.
Around Giannis.
Yes. Giannis, if he leaves, that's the end of Milwaukee. You may not find another player like that.
Well, no, he's
so they're gonna make sure they keep doing. They switch the coach. If he wanted the
How many times
coach,
they gonna switch the coach?
I don't know. But
Doc ain't gonna be here for long.
Well, they'll get somebody else.
You want Budenholzer back? They just let him go.
I ain't want him to leave. I like Budenholzer.
They just let Budenholzer go out of Phoenix.
I can't believe that Denver let their coach go.
Denver, Mike Malone let him go.
There's some good coaches
He
gonna be
won
out
2
there.
years.
That don't even make sense. How you fire guys before the playoffs? Sense that me.
Yeah, that's stupid to me.
I don't say that word. Your mom said don't say that word. But I don't think he's going anywhere. And I think he likes the challenge of building up what gave him his only championship to go. But these other teams, these Orlandos and Detroit, these teams been bad a long time. They're good now.
Yeah.
And they got young athletic players. And the old people starting to kind of.
So you say he's going to be here forever?
Yes.
Okay. I disagree. Okay. But that's why we're talking about it. Ja fine.
Yeah, we can end on that one.
You okay with Ja being fine or no?
I don't get it. Because they always told me this. This is what they told me.
What you mean you don't get it? You can't be shooting guns and stuff.
Not with your case like that,
I ain't
man.
said
Come
that.
on, man.
Not with that over here.
I ain't
Come
said
on,
that.
cuz.
I ain't said that. What you mean? I ain't said anything. I'm setting the stage. Yeah. But when I set the stage, you just attack me. I hope we all have 4 different opinions, by the way, real quick. Let's set the stage. Because I've always heard this. If your father's in your life, you're not a criminal. And you don't do bad stuff. His father right there on the court. My mom raised 5 kids by herself. I told my teacher, call the police before you call my mom if I'm acting up. Because I know how to follow the rules. So if they tell me don't do something, I ain't doing it. Mainly because I want my money. I ain't trying to be cool. I don't follow trends, I set them. So if the commission would have told me, man, I don't want you doing the leap no more, it's gonna cost you $75,000. I said, how y'all doing when I score go to the bench? His dad is sitting right there. Son, when you had that gun incident, can't do it. You could have been the face of the franchise, face of the NBA.
Not no more.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not no more.
So he doing all this.
So you okay with that?
Hell no, I ain't okay with it.
Okay.
No, cause my mom would have said, "Let me talk to you."
Yeah.
Yes, mom. It ain't about you no more. It's about the name on the back of the jersey.
Okay.
It ain't about you. It's about the name on the back. I represent the Butlers.
Okay.
When you do stuff like that, I thought 75 was a little light.
Okay. Come on with it then, Daddy.
Which way you thought I would agree with that?
Yeah,
I know
man, you know how you be.
I know my Hall of Fame number is 357.
Yeah, you come on.
And I'm from the inner city, but I do not advocate doing that.
Yeah, come on, man. I thought you.
So you misread me.
Yeah, I misread you on there.
No,
he like Little Uzi and all those jokers.
I don't do that though.
Little somebody.
Yeah. I like all
Little
that.
Uzi.
I did like how
I like John Wick, but I ain't finna go shoot nobody.
Yeah.
I did like how Denver reciprocated and had like the bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
On all the chairs.
Did you see that?
You see that?
Yes.
I did it.
Yeah. Denver.
For shirts, they had the bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
She shot.
Yeah.
Kind of going back and forth.
I ain't even playing into that.
Yeah. Yeah. Denver. Yeah.
But the commissioner gonna sit him down. He got fined.
You should know better than
they
that.
They suspended him some games.
Come on, man.
Come on, Mario.
You should know better than that.
You want to be
bro.
tough, man.
You can do all other gestures.
You don't have to do that.
He's like,
You just don't.
This dude. What's wrong with him?
That's the new kids, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. But your dad's sitting right there now.
That's too much gaming, is what that is.
His dad is sitting right next to it, so his dad must be okay with it too. He can't control it.
Okay. Well,
I ain't him. I sent him 5,000 away.
Well, I feel the same way you feel. Next Monday, we will be back here.
What you say here?
At Potto.
Oh.
Getting ready for the draft. You got a couple of draft things going on. You want everybody to know what they are before we get out here real quick?
Yeah. Thank you, Gary. 35 years ago, April 22nd, I was drafted by the Green Bay Packers, and I stayed with one team. That's for Giannis. And I want you to come and celebrate with me at the Bridgewater. You can just go to thebridgewater.com for information for tickets. It starts VIP from 45, and after that, we're going to have a great time to celebrate 35 years. Me staying with one franchise. And then the 23rd, the next night, Wednesday night, before the draft, I have a pre-draft party, maybe 20, 30, 40, who knows who may drop by. There's going to be a lot of players there. You can come. We're going to have some free food. Got some guys will be there, may sign some autographs. If you want to bring some stuff, you can purchase the autographs and have some good fun. Shout out to Elite Vodka for being one of the sponsors. And I also want to thank Michael and Leanne Haddad as one of our other sponsors. And Three Sheeps, Wisconsin-itis will be given away to someone as like a sample if you want to sample some of that. So we're gonna have a lot of fun. So doors open at 8:30. I think the food comes out at 9 o'clock. So get there early because it's at the Oneida Casino Hotel in Green Bay. So we will see y'all next week.
See you Monday. We get ready for the draft.
Trade that pick, man.
Yeah,
See y'all later.
Good night.
Bye.